Hello and good morning or good evening. I'm not 100% sure when you're watching this, but welcome to the video. So last night while I was live streaming, I had a guy stop into the chat and he says, "Hey, what's up, Milky? We've talked before in your comments and I want to have a conversation with you." And I knew exactly where this conversation was going. He didn't have to say much for me to kind of figure it out, but we ended up having an hour-long conversation about people cheating in Warzone. We looked at specific clips from Zlaner and JoeWo, and we just had a conversation. And at the end of the day, I'm not sure that either of us really changed the other person's mind, but there are some very interesting conversations. There's some very interesting anecdotes and things that we look at that I think would be worth watching if you're interested at all in the conversation about top tier Warzone streamers and creators cheating. The guy that I'm talking to, his name is Joneszzyy. He streams over on Twitch. If you guys want to check him out, there'll be links down in the description. There will also be timestamps. I'll do my best to kind of label them. It gets a little circular and some of the conversation kind of goes into one spot and then comes back, but there's a lot of stuff and info in the description, so check it out. I'd appreciate it. If at any point in this video you find something out that you didn't know before, you enjoy it, you enjoy the conversation, whatever it might be, even if you think that I look funny, I'm not sure, leave a like on the video. Every like is 1 cent donated to the Children's Dolly Hospital, so I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. So with that being said, let's jump on over to the conversation. It is the complete uncut hour of us talking. Like I said, timestamps down below if something seems like you're not interested in hearing it anymore. Okay, that's it. Goodbye. Peace. Love you. Mwah.
Hey, what's up, Milky? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Awesome.
So, instead of sending you a clip, so a long time ago, let me give you some background.
Okay.
Let me give you some background real quick, right?
Okay.
I just want to see what kind of, never mind. I want to see how you feel about this, okay?
Okay.
So, a long time ago, you posted a video on YouTube that was very, very successful, right?
Correct.
Bad boy being in his army of idiots.
Yes.
And we had a small talk during that video. I'm sure you don't remember me, and I'm sure you thought I was just trolling, but I wasn't trolling. I was being honest with you.
Okay.
I would like to see what you think about certain things. I would like to see what your input is on certain things that have happened.
Okay.
So, if you go to, hold on, let me pull your stream back up real quick.
Okay.
That way I can see what you're.
I'm just smiling. I
don't know. I just wanted, instead of me showing you clips, you can just pull up Zlaners videos. Like I don't have to show you clips.
Okay. You just want me
You know
to
what I'm
watch.
saying?
I see. You just
Right,
want me to go
exactly.
to my display.
I don't want to show you clips. I want you to see it for yourself. And then I want you to tell me what you think of it.
Okay.
So,
okay, fair.
Let's go to, I'm going to pull you up instead of pulling it up myself, and then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So go to Zlaner's videos, and he's got a video on Amax.
Okay.
About a month ago.
And
I found this myself, okay? I was interested to see what your input is on it.
Okay, sure. About a month ago. AK-7 for you. AK-47 type 63. Is Amax in the title?
Yes, you'll see it. Just it's about 1 month ago. You'll see it. And I found this. It took me literally.
Oh, the Amax is back season
minutes.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. On the left.
And where's the timestamp?
He's on top of a building in downtown at around 12 minutes.
Around 12 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna start watching at 11 minutes. So that we can get some context.
Somewhere, I think it's around 12. It's either 12 or 13 minutes. He's on top of a building in downtown. You'll see it. It's the tallest. It's the second tallest building in downtown.
Okay. We'll watch from this gulag here.
There's a guy right here as well, or not up there, right here.
Knocked another one down right here.
One's crossing in the field. You see? I'll mark him for you.
He's gonna go on that building to the left.
To his
that
left.
tall
Okay.
building to the left.
Yeah.
I'm all out of AR though. Yep.
And just for reference, I want you to understand, I'm not bragging. I just want you to understand, just for reference, I am very fucking good at this game. And I understand that sounds like I'm bragging, but it's a reference point for what he's about to do.
Sure, okay.
Do I have a discount code for Turtle Beach? You can't hear anything, huh?
Well, I think he's gonna need to get a new headset. I'm pretty sure he just threw his across the room.
Oh man.
Yeah, he might need to get one.
Did I hear someone to our left? No, that's her.
This guy got out.
So you can.
This is his
On the
YouTube
right?
video, right? This isn't
Correct.
like a hand-picked clip.
Don't
Here
worry,
it
Yeah,
comes.
yeah.
Here it comes. Okay, when he jumps off this building, I want you to slow it down to
no, I'm
0.25
dead.
speed, and I want you
Oh,
to
no,
tell
no,
me
no. Oh,
that
no,
he's
no,
not
no, no.
aimbotting.
Okay.
Right now. Pause it. He's about to aimbot. He's about aimbot right there. 1,000%
This guy got out.
So
aimbot.
you can.
1,000%.
Alright.
You missed it,
Oh,
but go
shit,
back.
Look at him.
I'm
And
just
watch
gonna
that again.
I'm just gonna slow this down. We want 0.5
Yep.
speed.
you guys.
I think you can do 0.25 speed, but 0.5 would be enough. But
Oh no!
you'll see it.
I'm dead.
Okay, and there's a bit of a delay on YouTube, so
Right,
I'm just what you're
watch
seeing
his
is I'm a little in
hip fire
front.
dot. Watch his hip fire dot lock onto this kid's leg. It's literally impossible to do this. It's literally impossible. His hip fire dot is going to lock onto a single pixel, one single pixel on this kid's leg. I promise you. Watch.
Oh no, I'm not. Oh no.
Okay, so I think I see the spot that you're talking about. Right here. Yeah, okay, so I see what you're talking about.
No, I'm not.
That's aimbot. That's aimbot, bro. That's not possible. That's
Okay.
not possible.
Okay.
You cannot find a single clip of me. You cannot find a single clip of me, not one. You could scour all my videos. You cannot find one single clip of me having that same occurrence.
Okay.
It doesn't exist. And the reason
So-
it does not exist is because I don't use hacks.
Okay, I do want to ask, what input are you on? Controller or mouse and key?
Controller.
You're on controller?
Controller.
Okay.
But look how that literally locks onto a single pixel on his leg.
Yeah.
It's one single pixel. It is completely locked onto that kid's leg.
Okay.
Oh no.
Now,
I'm dead.
I want you to tell me that in your opinion, and if you say this, that's fine. I'll take it. But tell me in your opinion that is not suspect.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. Yes, sure, it's suspect. I'll give you it's suspect, but I've done a lot of sus things too. Earlier tonight, I had an entire lobby telling me I was hacking because of the snipes I was hitting. Okay.
Right.
So-
But you didn't lock on to a single pixel.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say right here. His game is playing at 172 frames a second, right? You can see his frame count up in the top left corner. All right.
Right.
The video is most likely
At 60.
Yeah,
I would
60,
assume.
60 frames a second. Okay. So what ends up happening when frames are compressed, when you take a lot of frames and compress them, your frames look smoother. And on top of that, aim lock, or not aim lock, but aim assist is what will automatically drag in the direction that you're already rotating. You can see that he's moving when he does this, right? Like I'm just going to mute it.
Rotational aim assist. I'm well aware
Rotational-
of what you're speaking of.
Right.
Yes.
So the rotational aim assist, on top of the fact that he is playing at nearly 3 times the frames that are actually showing us, would be what explains this. Because the thing is, he's not aimbotting on the guy immediately after, right? We can agree he's not aimbotting on the second guy that he downs. Can we agree on that? He misses 8 shots. He shoots to the left of him and then corrects over to the top.
Okay, I will agree that he's not locking on to that player. Yes.
Okay, so you'll agree. So
Yes.
how is he toggling on and then off instantaneously? How is he going from having aimbot to not having aimbot? Immediately, he's tracking a guy and not tracking a guy. It's and like.
So you're telling you what you're saying to me is that if I'm just trying to understand correctly, you're saying that I got to mute your stream. Sorry.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
It's double echoing in my ear. Anyways, you're saying to me that if he was aimbotting there, that he couldn't have untoggled the aimbot once he was out of the shitty situation.
No, I'm saying if he's aimbotting there, why is he not going to continue aimbotting to finish?
Because he won the
other-
fight.
But he didn't.
He's
There's
one of
still
the
a guy
best-
up.
he's-
There's still a guy up.
No. Okay, but I'm going to
See?
disagree with you on that. Zlaner is one of the best players alive right now.
Okay.
That is not an argument to be had.
Okay.
The argument is not that Zlaner is not one of the top Warzone players. That's
Okay.
not the argument to be had. The argument is while he is one of the best Warzone players in the world, is he not also using something to ensure that he continues to push out top tier content? That's
Okay.
the argument to be had.
Okay.
And Bad Boy Beaman fucking butchers that argument ridiculously. He like his shit just drives me insane. But that's not the
Okay.
point. The point is that right there is aim lock. Like, I'm a little bit behind you, but that right there is not possible. You cannot find a single clip of me doing that. You can't find another clip of a top tier player that is not Zlaner that has that exact same occurrence where the hip fire dot locks onto a single pixel. It locks onto one single pixel and it follows that pixel the entire time. And what I believe, and this is my opinion, right? It is not fact. It's just an opinion.
Yeah.
What I believe is Zlaner's on a heater. Zlaner knows this is a YouTube video. He jumps off that building and he realizes he's in a shit show. Whatever he uses to toggle his oh shit moment button, he toggles it as he falls to ensure that his first shots are directly upon the opponent. And then once he knows, because he is one of the best players alive, once he knows that he won the fight, he toggles it off.
Okay. So I'm going to ask
and
you
I don't
this.
know how you could tell, like, you can tell me that it's a frame difference, and I respect what you're saying, but that is clearly locked on to a single pixel dragging with his leg.
And
I'll stop talking now. I'm being overbearing. I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I just want to, I'm going to say one thing.
Okay.
And I don't play on controller, but I have played with a controller. I've experienced some aim assist. Could we say that this is an anomaly where his tracking lined up with the aim assist so perfectly that the aim assist tracked a few
100%.
pixels for a few frames, right?
100%.
Okay.
100%. I would agree with that.
So let's say that this anomaly is something that happened. He's not cheating, right?
Right.
That's a possibility.
I would agree with that.
That's a possibility. In the universe, that's a possibility. Okay, so now let's take this and
but hold on, before we move on from that, I'm not trying to cut you off. I want to address that point before we move on.
Okay.
What you just saw is a regular thing for Zlaner. What you just saw right there is in every single one of his YouTube videos. What you just saw is in every single one of the Zlaner is hacking videos that everybody talks shit on. It's not an anomaly. That's the issue.
But
that's the issue. I agree. 100% I agree with you, sir, that could be a one-off situation. But it is not, because it happens continuously. And I have more hours played than Zlaner. I have more hours played than all these guys. And I'm telling you that shit doesn't happen to me. Why does it happen to them, but it doesn't happen to me? And I could see the argument that they're better than me, because I'm not saying I'm better than them, right? I could see that argument that they have skills that I don't possess. And I will admit to that. But I will not accept the argument that happens consistently on more than a daily basis, multiple times a day. That exact same thing where he locks onto a leg or he locks onto an arm happens consistently with this individual, and nobody's addressing it. J God is just waving it off. And the problem is, in my opinion, the biggest issue is that Bad Boy Beaming is clout chasing. All the guys that are making videos on this, they are clout chasing. So because they're clout chasing while they're making videos on this, it allows it to not get the attention it deserves, in my opinion. It's just obviously an opinion. But that same scenario that you just saw, I agree could be an anomaly, but it happens consistently. It happens consistently over and over and over again. He locks on to a single pixel, on an individual's leg, arm, or chest.
Okay. So I would be interested. I don't know if you have some of these already lined up as far as like
I don't even have to do anything. You could pull up Headband's video that's 30 minutes long in your free time.
I'm not gonna watch Headbands because he's been discredited. immediate, like he was discredited by thinking one of Zlaner's clips or a clip of his own was Zlaner's, I will not give headbands the time of day.
yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
I think
but,
that's fair, right? Like to see somebody discredited that egregiously, I think that's fair.
Though. See, that's exactly where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now is the problem. Is that the people that are actually releasing the videos that do have the footage are
all
clout chasing.
All I'm saying is
they're literally clout chasing.
For sure. All I'm saying is I'd like to see more clips where he's locking onto pixels, specifically Zlaner, to see, is he always locking onto the same pixel of a leg? Is he always locking onto the chest? Is he locking onto the head? Because I don't know anything about cheats. I have no idea if you can say lock onto the left leg when I ADS. I don't know if that's possible. But
right. So
what I would say is that if that is possible, why is maybe Zlaner is the greatest con artist of all time, and he is pulling a fast one on everybody who defends him, and he changes the pixels that he's locking onto every third game or every second game. I don't know. What I'm gonna say is this, and this is really the most compelling side of the argument, in my opinion.
Okay.
Is that Zlaner is somebody who has been streaming for many years. He didn't become an overnight success. He was on Fortnite before, and people accused him of cheating in Fortnite too, because he's a very talented, as you say yourself. You've conceded he's one of the best of the world.
Guy's cracked as fuck.
He's cracked out of his mind. Now, if us as regular Joes, I would even say, based on what you're saying, you're better at the game than I am. You have many hours into the game, and as two regular people who enjoy Warzone and play Warzone as regular people, we're not playing in these tournaments for a lot of money. If we're looking at this and we're saying maybe he's cheating, maybe he's not, I don't know, it's weird. Do you not think that every other person that he's playing with in a tournament would not want to play with him if he's cheating? Do you not think that the people who are playing for hundreds of thousands of dollars would not want to play with him if there was even an ounce of suspicion that he was cheating? Because we've had cheaters found, we've had cheaters suspected. We have to look at people like Metzi, who was suspected of cheating and kicked out of a tournament for a previous clip. It wasn't a clip from that tournament. It was from a clip that he got in a regular Rebirth game. He was kicked out of that Twitch Rivals tournament, okay? That was a suspected clip, and that was professional players playing against him. If that's the case, it doesn't make sense that other professionals are coming to the defense of Zlaner and saying he's cracked out of his mind. He's a good player. These accusations are not new. They were happening in Fortnite. They're happening in Warzone. I would say that this argument is being, it's been overblown. It's been drawn out way too long. What we need to do is wait for Vanguard and wait for the Ricochet integration, because at that point...
Come on, bro. You're not going to give me that story, right? Come on.
100%. Here's the thing. If there is any sort of an anti-cheat, there's going to be a disruption in these people who are cheating's schedule, because it's not going to happen overnight.
Okay, so you are uneducated, and that's not a bad thing, and I don't mean that as an insult. Let me educate you on the world of cheats, okay? I have never cheated in any video game. I've never even VPN'd, okay? Because I take a lot of pride in my stats. But I want you to know that I have researched this shit to the end of the moon, because I try to understand what's going on. So for $11 a month, you can get aimbot that locks onto the leg and transitions from the initial lock onto the leg to the head. And that is just free for anybody that wants. It will start with a leg lock on and then transition from leg lock on up through the stomach, and it will make sure that your aim stays on the body, but it starts with a leg lock and then it goes up. That's $11 a month. That's $11 a month. I want you to imagine what somebody who could drop 10 grand into somebody's pocket. I want you to imagine what his cheats would be capable of. And his cheats would not be detectable, because what COD is doing with Vanguard, which I'm very proud of them for doing, and I'm very happy about what they're doing, is they already stated. They stated that they are not trying to stop cheaters. What they are trying to do is make it so difficult to cheat that if you cheat and you get caught, that your account to re-cheat would be so hard. It would just be above any casual player's level of energy to exert that much force into being able to do it again, which is great. It's great for guys like me that play at a high level and really enjoy the game and run into literally every lobby's rage hackers. We killed 3 rage hackers yesterday to get a dub. It was absurd. It was fucking absurd. But that's not the point. The point is that to cheat in this scenario that we're talking about, the point is that the anti-cheat is there to make it so that the casual cheater can no longer cheat after he's caught. That is the entire design of their anti-cheat, which is great. It's phenomenal. I'm in 100% of that idea. I think that's the best idea Activision could possibly have. But to say that they have come out and said that anti-cheat is there to stop the casual player from being able to cheat, and that somebody with the financial funds of Zlaner, it would affect him in any way or form, is dishonest. It's a dishonest argument, in my opinion.
I mean,
in my opinion.
I think it's a dishonest argument to say that somebody who's worked so hard to get to the point that they're at, like, it's not, like I said, Zlaner didn't become an overnight success. He didn't just all of a sudden get 15,000 viewers all the time on Facebook.
No, he's absolutely amazing.
So
he's
amazing.
I think
why are we trying to tear somebody down for being good? Like, that's the thing.
We're not. Why are we not going after somebody that is at this level that has so many sus clips? Why are we not addressing them?
I think, but here's the thing. If you look for water, you're going to find it eventually. If you keep digging, you're eventually going to find water.
That's not true at all.
Yes,
That's
it is.
Not true at all. I'll give you prime examples. JoeWo and Exact. You will never find a clip. You will never find a clip of JoeWo or Exact doing the same thing Zlaner just did. But you can find clips of Zlaner doing that every single day. Here's another prime example. JoeWo set his personal record in solo quads. He set his personal records in solo quads 1 month ago. He got 45. At the end of the YouTube video, JoeWo was disappointed. At the end of his solo quad personal record, JoeWo was disappointed. Do you know why JoeWo was disappointed for that?
Maybe I didn't see.
Maybe it has something. See, that's just clickbait. That shit's literally clickbait.
No,
like
I know it. Yeah, sure. This is clickbait. Like, I'm just trying to see what these clips look like in slow motion.
Clips of JoeWo walking onto a single pixel of somebody's body. Find it. It doesn't exist because JoeWo's not using a third party software to assist him. JoeWo is legit as fuck. And so is Exact. They're gods among men in Warzone. JoeWo wiped my entire squad of buddies that are all 3KD.
Right.
JoeWo shit on my buddies. We're all 3KD players, and he shit on all of us. It was I wasn't there, but he shit on all my buddies, and they sent me the clip. It was crazy. It was crazy. JoeWo is a legend, a absolute legend, and so is Exact. They're both legends, but they don't have the same clips that Zlaner has. And there's a reason for that. Zlaner has something assisting him. He has something assisting him. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you because I don't have the financial revenue that he has.
Right.
But Zlaner has something assisting him in the background that is causing him to lock on to single pixels over and over and over again.
Right.
It's a consistent thing with Zlaner. He is consistently locking on to single pixels on individuals. He's got something assisting him that is, in my opinion, that is a very high level third-party software.
Right.
Because JoeWo gets 45 kills in his. Or
okay, wait. Watch this.
Watch
this clip. You can see right here. His aim assist locks onto a pixel for 3 or 4 frames right here. Right. He's going to come in. He's going to see a guy around this corner. He sees this guy. He's going to slide in, and his aim assist is going to do the exact same thing that it did. Watch.
I'm watching.
Right there. It locks onto his arm as he slides in. This is aim assist.
I must be behind you. Hold on. But he's running in a straight line. I'm not trying to.
No, dude, it's doing the exact same thing that you're saying it does.
Go back. I will agree that it's looks
doing
like it's
the
in
exact
a
same
single place.
thing. It's doing the exact same thing that you're claiming is. Look, he's running and it doesn't move.
Just show me again. Show me again. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to listen.
It's stopping
He's
on
running
a
in a
pixel.
straight line though.
But
He's running in a
the
straight
effect
line.
is exactly
If you run
the
in a
same.
straight line, it's not tracking the character though.
But it's
He's
tracking
just
the
running
pixel.
in a straight line.
It's tracking the pixel. This is aim assist. This is an artifact of aim assist. That's what I'm telling you, is that that's what's happening. The rotational aim assist right there is stopping on the pixel of the character.
A little behind you. Hold on.
That's the rotational aim assist. Okay.
Yes, you can make
no.
argument.
No.
But he's running in a straight line. His dot is going to sit straight on the screen there.
Okay, but you can understand how I'm telling you that the exact same anomaly is happening to JoeWo. It took me less than a minute to find it on one of JoeWo's clips. This isn't a clickbait clip, and it's the same thing happening.
If you find that same thing happening where the character, where he is not going directly straight on at the character, and I'm not asking for a lot here. I'm just saying in that scenario, he's going straight on at the character. Your dot is going to stay in one spot when you're moving straight forward. I understand that was a good find. I'm not trying to discredit you. That was nice. Well done. But in that scenario,
I mean, okay,
you have to understand that he's going straight on at the enemy.
Okay, wait, it just happened here. It just happened. Wait. It just happened here as he slides across the enemy. Watch this.
Okay.
I might have gone too far back. Sorry. He's gonna come around this corner. He's gonna slide, and it sticks to a pixel for a couple seconds on his knee. I'm gonna say, man, that if you look for water, you're gonna find it. If you dig far enough, you're gonna find it. The fact that Zlaner has so many sus clips is because people are relentlessly targeting this guy for being good, and people are blind to seeing that these anomalies are happening in other players' gameplay because they want to believe so badly that a top tier player is cheating. They want to believe in this conspiracy that he's spending hundreds of thousands. And people are saying that they're spending tens of thousands of dollars on cheats. I don't believe it. I've found two separate clips in the same JoeWo video of rotational aim assist sticking to a couple pixels. If that is your argument, then I'm sorry, you will not change my mind.
I want to. Can you show that one more time where he's sliding by the character and you claim it sticks to a pixel? I would like to see that again.
Yeah. On his knee. Watch it. It snaps and sticks to the pixel for a couple seconds. It's following the character. It doesn't look like it because the gray pixels are moving, but it's sticking to the character's skeleton with rotational aim assist.
I mean, it's almost there. That's almost a valid argument.
Okay.
I'll give you that. That's close. Close. You're close.
Okay, so if I'm close and it took me less than 3 minutes to find two in the same video, like, I don't know what
the first one I'm not going to give you. The first one I'm not going to give you. I could get that on my own videos. I could pull that up on my own videos right now where I'm slide canceling into a room and my dot literally stays on one spot on the character.
Okay, wait. I just want you to walk back to when you said, out of my hours in this game, I don't get things like this happening. But now because we're watching a JoeWo clip, you're saying, well, that's happened to me before. This is what I'm saying. People are so desperate.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Sorry.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Sorry.
That first clip, I told you from the beginning, I don't consider at all in any way for your argument. Like, I understand what you're trying to say, but I, at the level I play at, don't see that the same way you see that. I think that is just literally him slide canceling into a room, and that anybody that does that, literally anybody that slide cancels into a room like that, where they're looking straight on at the player and the player's not moving, will get the same effect.
I mean, the point is not whether you're moving straight or not. The point is that he slid and the rotational aim assist gave him the stickiness. That's the point. Like, it doesn't matter what direction you're moving. It's that the rotational aim assist, if you slide, whether you're sliding straight or not, it still gives you that stick.
Yes, but not to a single pixel. The rotational
But
aim
it did
assist
it
just
in that clip.
simply.
It did it. Like, I don't like
The first clip, I'm not going to argue with you. I disagree with you. That's just a point of disagreement between you and me on how that works. But that second clip, I will entertain 100%. That second clip was interesting.
Okay, it happened right here. It happened right here.
There.
Wait. You're gonna be a little delayed.
Okay.
It literally connects to this guy's leg. Watch this. It literally sticks to the pixels and drags up his body, like you're saying that these cheats do.
That was literally like one frame.
Okay,
one single frame.
But we're saying that it's sticking to players. The rotational aim assist is sticking to pixels and making it look sus at 0.25 of a speed. The fact that it's sticking for a few seconds or longer,
on like 6 frames long.
Okay, but listen to my argument here.
Okay, I'm listening.
There are different scenarios where your aim assist will have longer to track onto people, and where the vision of the game and aim assist is going to dictate how long you're getting that rotational aim assist. So if you have a better rotational aim assist for whatever reason, I don't know how the game decides, if it's lighting, if it's the speed at which you're sliding, if it's the input, I don't know how it does it, but there are going to be factors at play that are going to dictate how long you're getting that initial stick, whatever it is. And I'm not a dev. I'm not the guy writing the code. I don't know how it works. I'm not going to pretend that I have all the answers, but what I'm saying is, in one single video, I have found 3, and now it's 2 if you're not going to take that first one. I have found 2 examples of rotational aim assist sticking to pixels on enemy players. So if that is your argument...
Yes, but, and nowhere there did you find it. Did you find it for nearly as long?
I'm telling you, no, listen to me. I have looked for less than 5 minutes, and this is one video. If we look through the hours of gameplay the same way that people are doing for Zlaner, we will find clips like that for JoeWo. We will find clips like that for Exact. The problem is that people are going through every frame of Zlaner's videos and trying to find moments like this. They are pulling out the moments that are the worst, the 6 frames, the 6 seconds. So if we do that with JoeWo, then we will find clips like that. Okay,
I agree.
Okay?
I will. Yes, so, I will entertain that argument 100%.
Okay, so
why has that happened to JoeWo?
Why do... Dude, this is the problem. Everybody thinks that if somebody's better, if somebody's winning money, that they're cheating. You literally said JoeWo's one of the best. He's incredible. He team wiped me.
He is.
So
I mean, there's like no argument about it.
Okay.
I mean, you can make an argument, but like,
are you claiming JoeWo's cheating right now?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay. So I think our argument here is done. Like, if I'm not gonna convince you of anything,
you think because, like, so just hear me out. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You like, at this point, you think you've won, and it's not a win or lose. To you, it's a win or lose. To you, this is an argument to maybe throw on a YouTube video. Or for me, it's a matter of integrity. For me, it pisses me off that I've seen multiple clips that are of people that are playing in tournaments that are winning money, they're costing other people money, me included. They're costing people money. And these clips don't happen to me. And that's what's frustrating.
Okay,
and I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying is that you found things that are close to that, and if you searched more, you could find something that was even closer because it took you no time to find that.
Right.
And I accept that argument.
Okay.
I do accept that argument, but I don't understand why. Why that hasn't happened to him.
So my chat's asking to know
I don't have your chat pulled up right now.
That's okay. What kind of aim assist your setting is that? The standard, the precision, or the other options? I don't know what that doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, so
but if they want to know, I run standard, and then occasionally I turn aim assist off for fucking
Sure.
for challenges, but
Okay.
that's
so,
another thing.
So that also will dictate how it works. I don't know how. I don't know how that changes it.
That's
Like I
a
said,
valid point.
I'm a
That
mouse
is
and keyboard
now, see,
player.
that's an argument I'm willing to
And
entertain for
we
sure.
don't know if they're
Right.
using standard or precision or one of the other options. I don't know how many
So,
there are.
let me ask you another question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If I showed you a video of, and I'm sure you've seen the clip. I'm sure you've had to have seen the clip at this point, of a player that lags across Zlaner's screen, and he literally tracks the player perfectly the entire time he's lagging. Obviously a one-off situation, and I will 100% agree that this one's a one-off situation like you're saying, and that could be your argument. It could, and I would entertain that. But there's a clip of Zlaner where the dude lags across his screen, and the entire time the dude lags across the screen, his screen jolts. His whole entire screen jolts as the player jolts. Every time the player jolts over because the player's lagging, his screen jolts at the exact same time. There's absolutely no way that was aim assist, no way that was his above our ability level of aim, in my opinion. It doesn't make sense to me, and I want it to make sense to me because, one, as a competitive player, you can never get better if you don't understand what you're seeing.
Right.
So the first step as a competitive player to get better is to understand what you're seeing, and then once you understand it, then you can start to replicate it.
Yeah. So this is the way I live my life, and I'll be honest, I'm happier because of it. I'm not going to understand everything. It's impossible to understand everything, and I get it. I get that it can be frustrating. I get that it can be annoying to not understand why something is happening, especially in a situation where it feels like you should be getting the same treatment, right? You play on controller, you put a lot of hours in, and for some reason, these clips aren't happening to you. I don't know if it's an aim assist change. I don't know if Zlaner's cheating. But at the end of the day, not knowing and not understanding is it's a part of life. We can't go through life understanding everything. If we did, our brains would explode. They'd turn into mush. We'd have no way of comprehending all of the information.
Completely agree.
Okay?
Completely agree.
So I understand the frustration of losing money in tournaments, of being in tournaments and having these people who, whether they're better or not, or they get luckier, at the end of the day, Warzone is a battle royale. There is an element of luck to it as well. What kind of ground loot you have, how you're feeling that day, the rotation, the location of the other players. And at the end of the day, I am not a great player. Right? My PR is 22 in regular and 27 in buybacks. I'm above average, sure. I'm on mouse and keyboard, so I'm not getting any aim assist or anything, but I'm a pretty average player. So I try to look at things and improve. And yes, sometimes I get cheated on, and sometimes it's very blatant, and maybe I don't even know if I get cheated on, if a guy just has walls or something like that. But I live a happier life just thinking that Zlaner is good, because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me. And maybe it does affect you, and maybe that's why it's frustrating, because maybe you've played against Zlaner and you've lost money to him, or maybe your buddies have, or something. What I'm saying at the end of this entire argument, and it's an argument, but like for me, it's not a win or a lose. I enjoy having these kinds of conversations. I think you brought up a clip that was interesting to me at the beginning, and I was able to disprove by looking at JoeWo's clips. But to me, that was enough to disprove it because of the lack of time that it took to find a very similar thing happening. This looks like aim assist to me. This isn't something that is a deeper conspiracy of $1,000 cheats being installed to these streamers' games. Because if it is that, why are these people not taking home the $100,000 prize every time? Is it because they're all cheaters? Every single one of them is cheating, and it's whoever gets
Absolutely
the luck?
not.
Exactly.
Not in my opinion.
Right. Like it would be impossible that all of these people are just cheating. Like everybody is cheating, and they're all okay with it, and they're just hoping that their cheats are cranked to the nuts the right way that tournament day.
Let me ask you a question. Do you, so this will lead into a further argument, but do you think that JoeWo, I don't know how much you know about JoeWo, but do you think that he is one of like the top, let's say 10 players in Warzone right now?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So if JoeWo is one of the top 10 players in Warzone, because I believe that too.
Mhm.
Okay. If you think JoeWo is one of the top 10 players in Warzone, JoeWo's personal record for solo quads is 43.
Mhm.
Why is it that there are multiple other people who drop 60 bombs every other month?
I mean, like at the end of the day, dude,
Is that just luck? Is that
yes.
this battle
Dude,
royale luck?
yes.
That Okay, so it's in your opinion, it's just luck that JoeWo, who is on the same level, when you get to the top of the top at a professional level, when you get to the top of the top, the differences between the Kobe Bryants and the LeBron James and the people that are at the top of the top are very minimal. They're still all exceptional.
I just
Exceptional.
yes, I understand where you're going. Like the difference is fractional when you get to that
Right.
scale.
It's extremely small.
I want to also say JoeWo's solo quads PR is what, 43?
It's 43 or 45. Yes.
Okay. These other guys who are dropping 60s, are they in a full squad?
No, they're by themselves. They're by themselves dropping 60s every other month.
In solo quads?
In solo quads, not buybacks. Yes, correct.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, this is it's luck. It comes down to luck. And if it's every other month, that's wild. The odds are pretty astronomical. I haven't seen do you have a link or a video, or do you know if,
Yeah, you can look up. So I'm not
Zlaner solo quads?
No. It's not Zlaner. What I'm telling you
This is our whole argument right now is Zlaner. Who else is doing it?
I'm not saying they're hacking. What I'm saying is that I believe, because now this is going to make me look like I'm an idiot, but what I'm saying is that I believe that JoeWo is one of the best players, that I believe is 100% authentic. So based off of that, if somebody is excelling at a significantly higher level than what JoeWo excels at, that makes me interested in what's going on. And what I think is
who is
okay, let me finish.
I'm
getting there. What I think is happening is that there are players at the top level that are phenomenal. Aiden, Mutex, Zlaner, I believe these are literally the best players in the world. But in order to stay at the top of the top, they have to use steroids. Because if they don't use the steroids, they become JoeWo. That's what I think personally, and it's just an opinion. That's all it is. I think that is what's happening. I think at the top of the top, the reason Aiden is dropping 60 bombs every other month, the reason Aiden is dropping JoeWo's personal solo quad record monthly, the reason he's able to do that monthly is because he has realized that he is around a bunch of shitbags at the top. I think he's realized that these people are not good people at the top. And he is one of the best players. And so he is going in there and he has something to assist him. And Aiden, I don't believe in any way has anything that assists his aim. Aiden is, in my opinion, the best at aiming in the entire game.
Okay, so I'm just trying to understand. You're saying that you're suspicious of people who can consecutively drop more consistently and consecutively drop more kills than JoeWo. You're suspicious of them, so you're suspicious of Aiden.
Right. Because I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand your argument here. So JoeWo's personal record is 43. We think he's top 10, best of the best. Aiden is able to consistently drop more, and we think he is suspicious because of that.
Right. So for like another reference,
but we also think Aiden is also in the top 10. We also think Aiden's in the top 10.
100%. Aiden's a fucking goat. There's no denying Aiden's a goat. His aim is better than anybody's I've ever seen. It's insane.
Okay. So now let's just put this into a mathematical thing. JoeWo and Aiden both play a lot of Warzone, right? They both put
all day, every day. It's all they play.
It's all they ever play. Now, JoeWo, from what I've watched, I don't watch these guys a ton, but JoeWo, from what I've watched, is quite flashy. He likes to dance around players. He likes to have fun. He plays with his food when he's in Warzone. Is that a fair assessment?
I would disagree with that.
You disagree with that? Okay. From what I've seen, it looks like he likes to play with his food. He is the
Right.
movement master. He pushes things that he shouldn't push. He outmaneuvers them, outplays them. He has the best movement in the game. Aiden also has very good movement, but he has great aim. Aiden, in my opinion, is a smarter player. This is based on the fact that he is a top earner above that of JoeWo. He also holds more records. There is another element of this, which is the luck. If you get a lower skilled lobby and you recognize that early on in the lobby, you will pop off. My argument would be, yes, if you recognize that. I would argue JoeWo is not able to recognize that as early as Aiden for whatever reason. They're both top tier players. They're both skilled players. But Aiden, for whatever reason, can look at a lobby after 2 or 3 kills, after he kills a squad or 2, and say, this is a lobby I can get 60 kills in.
Name me one sport. Name me a single sport. One single sport in the entire world that they are not cheating at the top level. Name me one. One. The Olympics, football. Name me one. One single sport. So you're going to tell me.
They're regulated heavily. They're regulated heavily, dude. Like decades ago,
and this isn't regulated at all.
Okay.
Right. You're like, how can you not be sus of this shit?
Okay.
How can you not? Literally every single sport in the entire world. That's what we're playing is a sport. Whether you want to think of it like that or not, it is at this point. There is more money generated by this stuff than there is by being a top tier professional football player. The money that is regulated at the top level is an insane amount of money. Then in football, yearly, people are getting caught cheating. In baseball, yearly, people are getting caught cheating at the highest level. At the highest level. And they are regulated heavily by your own words. And you're telling me that it is not sus. That at the highest level, there are performers that are outperforming other performers at the highest level significantly. Significantly. In a very unregulated environment. I think 10 years from now, Milky, if you're still streaming, and I hope you are, and I'll drop you a follow after this because you are significantly more respectable than what I thought. Much props to you.
Well,
much
thank you.
Props to you.
Here's the thing.
I am very, very impressed by the caliber of individual you are. But back to what I'm saying, at the end of this, 10 years from now, we're going to look back on this, in my opinion, and everybody's going to be like, oh yeah, there was blatant cheating. We couldn't see it at the time. Because this is the new football. This is the new football. And right now it's unregulated. And because it's unregulated, the biggest issue plaguing us right now isn't even the hackers. It's the problem that the people that even address the hackers are chasing clout for money.
I agree with this. I agree with this.
And fucking headbanding them, they drop videos that are bullshit. Complete bullshit. And the videos that do have merit to them. The videos that do have a slight bit of merit mean nothing to anybody like you that has influence over the community. Because believe it or not, you have a lot more influence than you think. And
I'm very small, but I appreciate you saying that. It's very kind of you.
That's what you think. But the people at your level, in any chain of command, the people at your level hold a significant more influence than they know. And that's why I have messaged you multiple times. You don't remember it, but I have messaged you multiple times on your YouTube videos and tried to get in contact with you about this stuff. Because, yes, I agree that what you're saying and the arguments you're making are valid. But to say that Zlaner does not have clips that are extremely sus, to say that it's not weird that people are outperforming other top tier players consistently at a higher level and it's not worth looking into at all, I think, in my opinion, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think it's not worth looking into. I think it is worth looking into. But I also think, like, when we look at the number of people who play Warzone and the number of people who stream Warzone, this is a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the player base, right?
Right.
It's the same idea of like kids who play basketball versus the number of actual NBA players, right? It's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. Now, there are people who make their way, they weed their way through the top and they're cheating and they get there by cheating, right? That's a fair thing to say. Whether it's regulated or unregulated, that's going to happen. If it's unregulated, obviously there's going to be more people able to cheat their way to the top. But this is regulated, whether you think it is or not, by the other players, because like I said, we've both agreed that not everybody in these tournaments is cheating. There's no way that
Absolutely
150 players are cheating.
Absolutely not.
Right?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Now
I agree 100%.
So let's just pretend that 150 players in a Warzone match are all in a league, an NBA league. They're playing, or I don't know sports super well, so whatever. They're playing. There's 150 players, and Zlaner is a part of these people. Zlaner, JoeWo, Aiden are one of these 150. Some of these 150 are bottom tier NBA players, right? Nobody really knows their name. They're just a part of the team. Right. Nobody thinks they're cheating, right? Those NBA players, though, are a part of the 0.0001%, and they would be able to recognize if other people are cheating or better than them. These people still willingly and volunteeringly go against the top 0.001% of the top 0.001%, right? They willingly do that because they don't think they're cheating, because they think that these people are the best of the best. And that is how this is regulated, because people who are cheating do get called out. Again, somebody like Metzi, who was playing, right. So here's the thing. If you think Ricochet isn't going to help, then
not at the top level. Ricochet could very well save all of us. Like, because I'm sure you go through the same, because you're in the same lobbies I am, whether you believe it or not. Like, once you get above that 1.2 KD, it's over.
Yeah, it's garbage. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
So I think, like, if you have the idea of there is no hope for the top tier, like Ricochet is not going to help because these guys can just keep throwing money at it. And that's a very cynical way to look at the problem. I have the opinion that Ricochet will help, and that I don't remember if it was the CEO or it was somebody high up in Activision who was talking about the anti-cheat. They said there isn't a whitelist. We have to take, at some point, this can't be in our hands, right? It can't be in my hand. I have 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 8 people watching me at most on a live stream. It can't be in my hands to call and say, hey, CEO of Activision, are you telling the truth, or is there actually a whitelist? Like, there's no way. At the end of the day, I think that this is semi-regulated, right? We don't have an official Warzone league that's coming in and scanning people's computers with a judge standing behind every 150 players in a big tournament. But these people keep coming back to play against the same people. If there was a suspicion of cheating, they wouldn't come back. They wouldn't say, you know what? I know Zlaner's cheating, but I'm just going to try to beat him this time.
I have grown a strong like for you through this argument. With saying that, I would completely disagree with what you just said, because you're saying that Mark McGuire didn't just set the world record for home runs, and then after he set the world record for home runs, he got caught for cheating. That's what you just said. Like, you don't think that everybody knew he was using steroids? I can go to the gym right now. I'm a big dude. I'm a very big dude. I can go to the gym right now and I can point out who's using steroids, but to accuse them of using steroids with no evidence would make me an asshole. And to accuse any of these top tier content creators without being able to give concrete evidence would make you an asshole. And if you did have what to me, like, as an individual person, looked like top tier, like concrete evidence, but then you turn around and you give that concrete evidence, and then you turn around and you drop a bunch of bullshit videos that are clickbait, that are completely easily discreditable. Just like you said at the beginning of this argument, I will not watch Headband because he did some dumb shit one time.
Right,
and
well,
I agree.
He's discredited. I mean, there's just no reason to believe any of his clips.
I understand that argument, but the thing is that those clips are still valid.
Well, okay, but here's the thing.
Is clout chasing, but the clips are still valid.
Okay, but here's the thing. Through my example with JoeWo, it takes somebody like me who is already on the fence leaning towards the innocent side. Those clips that I showed with JoeWo are damning to people like me who are already on the side of he's probably not cheating, and then I pull it up for JoeWo and say, yeah, look, it's happening, and it took me 3 minutes to
Right.
find it. That is going to pull
And
more
I
people
promise
to
you,
my
at
side.
the end of this conversation, I will put a lot of time into watching JoeWo's clips and trying to find similar occurrences at a similar rate
And
of
I'd
Zlaners.
want you to
And I
do it
appreciate
like,
you doing that. I
yeah,
do.
I
I
mean,
sincerely do. But there is so many clips.
again,
So many clips.
you
And I
find water
agree
when
with
you
your
dig.
argument. I agree. Yes. Yes, I 100% agree with that argument, and it opens my mind. I do agree with that argument that people are trying to find it. I do. I do.
Right.
But at the same time, I have seen clips of Zlaner where, like, the player is downed, and then the player gets up and levitates in the air, and while the player's levitating in the air, he's locked onto a single pixel the entire time, from the time he's downed, from the time he's a down player till he glitches and floats in the air, and his dot never leaves the player's leg, or it never leaves his chest. As the
Sure.
player glitches and goes up in the air, it locks on. And could it be a one-off occurrence? Absolutely it could. Absolutely. But why the fuck is it happening all the time? And your argument is very valid. Your argument is very valid that because we're all searching for Zlaner to be a hacker,
And you
that
have
we
to
keep
think
finding
about
it.
and you have to think about the volume of footage that he produces. 8 hours a day, 7 days a week minimum of content, right? Like
Right.
in any video game, there are going to be glitches, and if you're putting that, like, it's mathematically impossible to think that these things can't happen multiple times to the people that are putting in the hours, right? It's like finding a loot box in, I don't know, a fucking game where you find loot boxes. It's like finding a loot box that's super rare. It's like 1 in a million chances. But if you put in 2 million hours, you're going to find the loot box twice. People
Right.
would look at
Right.
that and be like, this guy's fucking cheating. Well, yeah, but he put in 2 million hours before that to
Right.
find the loot boxes. So like, if you've got,
I agree.
it's like, yeah, that thing is weird. His pixel, maybe the rotational aim assist did it. Like, we can speculate all we want as to why it happened. It was a glitch with the server or whatever. But to say that, like, it happened one time and then he puts in another 400 hours into Warzone and it happens one other time, it's like, well, yeah, of course it's going to happen another time because it's a video game and it's coded a specific way. And if the right situation happens a second time, well, it's going to happen a second time. And it's more likely to happen to these guys because they put so many hours in.
I agree. You make a valid argument. And now I have to do more research on my end to make sure that JoeWo, who I personally believe as an individual, in no way, shape, or form has anything that makes me believe he's sus. I have to put more research in on JoeWo in my own time now to find similar clips. I have to search for it to find, like, I found that clip myself, right?
Right.
So now I have to find clips that look similar to that clip myself of JoeWo, so that then it discredits that clip.
Right.
And that's what objective thinking is, right? But
Right.
I have seen so many clips, and like you said, if you look for water, you're going to find it. And I agree. But I've seen so many clips of Zlaner doing that shit. It's just absurd. And some of them are crazy. Like the player lags across the screen and the entire time the dot's locked onto him. And his screen even jerks with the player. Like his screen literally, the player teleports, his screen teleports. The player teleports, his screen teleports. It's like, how the fuck does that happen?
And like I said, I don't know. I'm not a dev. I can't give you all the answers, right? Like, it is weird. It's crazy that stuff like that happens. The only thing I could say is the game is weird. Aim assist is weird. We know aim assist is weird. It tracks people through some walls and it doesn't for others, right? We saw that clip of that JGod put out. It tracks people through walls sometimes, or rooftops. So aim assist is weird. It is weird in this game. It's been weird in other games. And for that reason, I think when you have somebody who is on the top level, we'll just say Aiden, for example. We don't even have to say Zlaner. Aiden knows how to abuse aim assist because he knows it's broken in certain ways. Like, obviously Zlaner knows how to break it. Obviously JoeWo knows how to break it. Anybody who's a controller player and has spent a lot of time on controller is going to know how to break the aim assist. So again, it's weird stuff. Yes, it tracks somebody weird, but maybe Zlaner knows something that we don't. Maybe Aiden knows something that we don't, as far as, like, if you aim directly on the dick of a person, it's going to stick to that pixel no matter what, even if they're lagging or whatever, right? Maybe they know that. Maybe they don't. I have no idea. I'm not the dev. I can't give you a solid conclusion answer on that. It is currently 1 o'clock in the morning and I have to work tomorrow. I really do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
I
You
apologize.
don't have to
appreciate
apologize.
the conversation.
I also appreciate the conversation. I will say there was nothing that you said that convinced me otherwise of what I already thought about Zlaner, about any of these top tier guys. I've done a lot of thinking. I've done a lot of research into stuff like this, as you have for your own side, and there's obviously a bias. I came into this with the bias of thinking Zlaner is innocent. You came into this with the bias of thinking that there's too many
assisting him.
Exactly.
Right.
At the end of the day, I hope that I was able to show you that we can find sus clips on anybody if we look for them. Right. The JoeWo one specifically.
I'm gonna look for more. Yes, I agree.
And so
you definitely made me want to search for more clips. Yes.
And
100%.
So my perspective on life has always been let people be innocent until proven guilty. And obviously there are a lot of people who are trying to prove other people guilty in Warzone for whatever reason.
They're clout chasing. They're trying to increase their YouTube revenue through using other people's names. Yes.
Right, exactly. And so my philosophy is, until he's banned because we definitively found cheats or because his engine owning popped up on his desktop or whatever, until that happens, I'm going to believe that he is one of the best players in the world. He is top tier. He is, from everything I have seen of him in watching his streams. And I want to also just say, I probably should have said this at the very beginning of this conversation, I'm not a diehard Zlaner fan. I watch his YouTube videos once a month if it looks kind of interesting, and I stop into his stream once every 2 months. Like, I'm not a diehard Zlaner fan. I don't hang out in his stream all the time. I just find it interesting, and I find him interesting because of the controversy that's been stirred up around him being accused of cheating so much. And that being said, as a casual person who watches him every once in a while, I don't think he is, right? And so that is kind of where I'd like to end the conversation. If you've got any closing thoughts that you want to give to me, I'm open to hear them. And before I stop talking, I just wanted to ask, is it okay if I upload this as a video? Because I think we had some really good conversation and we had some really good back and forth and things that people will find interesting, not just the few people who have been here watching.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine.
Awesome.
Just do me a favor and plug my Twitch.
Sure. Yeah. Just DM it to me on Discord, and I'll put it in the description.
But yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely. I think there's a lot to be gained from. See, this is the conversations that need to be had between people that have differing opinions.
Right.
These are the conversations that need to be had.
Yes.
These, instead of this bullshit that is happening in the community right now with like Bad Boy Beaming, like, don't get me wrong, like, he has good footage of shit that's happening, but he's also like, some of the stuff he uploads is just so absurdly ridiculous. It hurts my soul that he would even like do that. Like, as a person, as a human being, I'm like, why are you anyways, we're not gonna get into that. It's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm down. I'm with it. But yeah, maybe we can play some games in the future or something and have some fun. And like, I've gained a significant. What I'll end on, and so because I apologize for keep dragging you on. What I'll end on is, I wish in your YouTube videos you had came across as much of a genuine person as you do talking to you. I wish I could have. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the popular vocabulary for what I'm trying to say is right now. I wish I could have told or seen that you were as genuine as you are through your YouTube videos, because no offense, 100%, and I'm not trying to be an asshole, and it's going to sound like it, but just hear me out.
I got you.
In your YouTube videos where you were like Bad Boy Beaming army of idiots, to me, you were just a dickhead. I was like, oh, this guy's just a dickhead that's clout chasing. He's doing the exact same thing, Bad Boy Beaman's doing. He's clout chasing the same way he is. He's just gonna kiss ass to these big name streamers. But it was a difference in opinion, and you just took a strong stance. Now I can see that. After this conversation, I can see it's a difference in opinion with a strong stance. But In the YouTube video, it did not feel that way at all. In the YouTube video,
that's
it
totally
felt
fair.
like you were the opposite end of clout chasing.
I
I thought you were doing
totally
the same
fair.
thing they were.
I mean, well, okay. So here's the deal. This is the secret of YouTube. Everybody's clout chasing. that's
bullshit, though,
I mean,
bro.
I mean, like, I totally get it. The problem is if you're it's gonna be punny because I'm milky, but if you're a milquetoast fence sitter, if you don't have a strong opinion and you kind of just are, like, maybe he's cheating, maybe he's not. I don't know. Nobody's gonna watch that. Yeah. Nobody cares. So the point of that entire video was to get clicks, right? Like, people who are gonna defend Beaman are like, I'm not an idiot. I'm gonna click on this video and downvote it. And at the end of the day, that helps the YouTube algorithm. It's gonna push it to more people. So there is a game that has to be played on YouTube for success. It sucks. But it's not fun.
Hear me out.
Trust me. I get it. It seems stupid.
Just hear this, and you can throw it away or you can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But honest to God, I've played with a lot of these guys that are up there. Okay?
Yeah.
And they are not genuinely good people like you are. They are not able to hold a conversation at the level you are able to hold a conversation. They are not able to, not all of them, right? I'm talking about like a smaller percentage of them.
Right.
But they are not able to have an educated conversation at the level you're able to do it.
Well, I appreciate
you
that.
You need to take advantage of the fact that you're able to hold a conversation at that level, because people will respect that, see that, and they'll tune into that. I would as a person, if I saw you drop an educated conversation on why, if you had found clips that were similar, right? If you had found clips that were similar at the beginning in that YouTube video and you had plugged them in there while you were doing your argument, I'd been like, hold on, this motherfucker got a point, right? I would have been like, hold on.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
Right.
Yeah, and
with your level of intellect, you should be able to do that, and I think you should capitalize on that as a person. That's just an individual opinion. You can take it for what it is. I'm just a random guy that hits you up on YouTube, right? So,
well, I do appreciate it. You have been. I knew exactly where this conversation was going as soon as you wanted to chat, and you have been, quite honestly, a pleasure to talk to. It has been very cordial as far as I'm concerned. So thank you for the kind things you have said about me as a person and as a streamer, as a creator. I do very much appreciate it. And I take a lot of that to heart. I take a lot of the criticism, whether you consider it criticism or not. I take a lot of that into consideration when I make new stuff. So thank you. I do genuinely appreciate it. What is...
Oh, just say in your chat's going to send you some clips. You going to get the clips. Let's see it. Just say, get them for him.
Oh yeah. He's gonna switch the controller and send them to me. Yeah, he'll get a bunch of the same ones that JoeWo got, I'm sure.
I'm down. Look, I'm not.
What
I
have
definitive evidence, right? But I have a suspicion, and I'm not gonna let a suspicion just be erased.
Yeah.
Without, especially after I have more hours in the game than a lot of these guys. So I'm not just going to let the suspicion go away until...
Sure, that's fair.
Until there's like, okay, this is happening to multiple people. And right now, with the arguments we were having, obviously JoeWo is like my line in the sand. Right. That's where I'm like, okay, I believe this guy is as legit as they come. Anyways, I don't want to keep you up. I apologize.
No. It's all good. I like I said, I genuinely appreciate it. Please do message me your Twitch if you want it plugged in the YouTube video. And I will make sure to put it in the description. And I'll probably make like a little bit of an intro for it and just chat about you a little bit. So again, thank you for the conversation. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great night.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was a very good time. I had a lot of fun.
You brought very valid points. 100% you brought up valid points. And until I can disprove your valid points, they are valid. It's the end of the story, right? And this is how educated conversations about this kind of shit should happen. If something's sus in a sporting event, if you can make a argument like you did, you made a well-based argument in facts, right? So until I can disprove that, that is a good argument to have. Right. That is a good argument to have. And if I can't disprove that, then we need to agree that we need to let this go. Right. Until there's something else extreme that happens.
Right.
And this is, in my opinion, I'll say this and let it go. In life, we all need to do this as human beings: is have educated conversations, and then see both sides of the story, and then figure out what the truth is.
Right.
But
Yes, I agree. I agree. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go, but I really appreciate it.
Much love, man. Much love to your stream. I'm gonna hop out of here.
All right.
Appreciate your time. Have
You
a good
too.
night.
Have a good night, man.